Hello, this is Nick Haggerty with Century 21 Haggerty. And as usual, we like to talk about a few issues that we see as a property management company that have to do with tenants and even owners. This week, we'd like to talk about turning on and off the electricity of your house using the breakers in the location where we usually find breakers in different houses, as well as the GFCI. This way you can try and get to the GFCI, turn it on, instead of having to call a technician or even your property management company and waiting for those issues, you can turn that electricity back on either to your entire house or even to different individual outlets and even rooms. All right, one of the first steps is locating our breaker box. A very good place to start would be inside the garage. Not all houses are the same. Sometimes they'll be outside, we'll go through that in a second, sometimes in the garage. And in older houses, they'll even be in a back room, a kitchen and a closet, something along those lines. All right, so as you can see, right here, these are all switched to on. You'll have an on and an off area. If it's switched toward the on, your breakers are on. If it's off, it's off. Breakers are on. All right, now that we've established where the breaker box is and that all of our switches are in the on position, we should have electricity to the home. Now, let's go through and look at a few things. In this case, it's actually all numbered and annotated which room, which breaker goes with what. It won't always be that easy. But you'll notice up here, these three have little green buttons. These are the arc fault protectors, all right? This is there in case of a fire, around Christmas, Halloween, things like that. You might have a frayed cord, something that might start a fire, right? This right here will help trip it in that case, and that way you're just going to stop that issue of the fire. You'll notice that it is no longer on the on or the off switch, it's in the middle. How we're going to turn it back on? We're simply going to go towards off, and then we're going to go all the way back over to on. All right, now we've covered the interior breaker box. I want to take you outside and show you what the exterior breaker box might look like and how to open it and kind of take a look at that as well. So let's go outside. Oftentimes the breaker box in the exterior of the home will be on the side of the house. You're simply going to find the issue, find the breaker box, you're going to open it up, you'll see your main and everything else. Just like in the inside, it needs to be the on or off position. Good. We've talked about the breaker box, how to turn on and off the electricity to the home and to each individual breaker, but let's talk about the GFCI. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen. Let's see, I've got my microwave rocking, I've got my radio playing, and we're gonna pretend this is a blender. All right, so my blender is plugged in on the other side of the kitchen over there on the other side of the stove. So, turned on my blender, super bright, don't look at it. All right, so what we're gonna do is, let's say that, man, it trips, everything's out in this particular region here. Now I still have light to my, my kitchen, things of that nature, but now my blender's out, my microwave might be out, a couple things over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to, all right, I'm going to test my tester. Boom. You'll notice my blender is back on. We've covered the GFCI on that side of the kitchen, but in an attempt to show you that there are different series for these GFCIs, I've decided to have my morning shake on this side of the kitchen. I've plugged it in, I'm over here close to the sink, I'm going to turn it on. Boom, it is now tripped. In this case, I won't go to that side, it's a whole new series. I'm going to go over here, I'm going to search for the test button. I tried that first, and then my shake's back on, we've got breakfast. I'm going to turn off the blender, but I'm okay. I want to give you an example of why a GFCI may trip. Okay, so let's say I'm just doing my dishes, everything's wet, sink is wet, I'm wet. I'm going to lean on this metal piece, I'm going to flip across, and I'm going to go and switch this on. Just kidding, didn't really happen, but it could. And if it did, that GFCI would trip, you'd be fine, it's going to protect you. Think of it as your very own Captain America in your kitchen. Okay, in closing, I'd like to talk about the differences between the GFCI, which is your countertop region, as well as the arc fault protector, which is in your breaker box. The arc fault protector is there to protect your family and help prevent a fire, whereas the GFCI is there to help prevent electrical shock. Now, one important thing to note is that if you or your family is uncomfortable with electrical issues, always call a vendor, a licensed insured contractor, your property management company, or even the authorities. What we simply wish to do here is to add a few tools into your toolkit to help you save some time for your family. It's a very valuable resource. It's one we can never get back. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll post this as always. Thank you.